Okay.
What's up, guys? Yeah, surprise, we are live. Wow, DPC Dad, welcome. Avery, Mar, Noah, Chuck, Andrew, Pete McDevitt's here, Christine, Richard, everyone filing in. So good to see you all. Thanks for joining us for a surprise live stream here at the D23 Expo, guys. And this is just going to be a reaction to what Shep and I just witnessed, which was probably, I have to say, guys, in all of the Disney things that I've done, all the experiences that I've had, everything I've got to do, this tops the cake. It was absolutely unbelievable what we just witnessed, and we're gonna talk about that as we walk back to our hotel to drop off some amazing things that we just got here. It was absolutely amazing, guys. So we just got out of the Walt Disney Studios panel here at the D23 Expo, and this was a pretty incredible time. So this is one of the three big panels, the biggest ones here at the Expo, and question, arguably the biggest. And so this is where all of the new movies would be announced. We would see trailers and teasers for movies and all of that, and that is exactly what happened. So starting with Marvel, actually starting with Star Wars, guys, we had to see the new trailer for Star Wars. It was absolutely amazing, wasn't it? It was incredible. Shep was just like beside himself the whole time, guys.
I couldn't handle it.
Yes.
I couldn't even handle it.
Well,
like, as soon as like the intro music came in,
yeah,
just floored.
Yes.
Just floored.
And just to kind of set the scene for this whole thing, guys, we're in this hall where they're doing this whole event, and we had
7,000 people.
7,000 people. We at first had pretty good seats. We're sitting in the middle, but a little bit further back. So I decided that I was just kind of go look around and see what I could find. Guys, I ended up in the 5th row, right, like sitting next to a couple of the directors. I got to talk to Tony Baxter before the thing started. I mean, we were literally like right in the middle of some of the biggest announcements in Disney movies for the next couple years, and it was just incredible. So that Star Wars trailer, how awesome was that?
Oh yeah, I mean,
it was amazing.
The stuff they showed hasn't been released yet.
Yeah,
and it's just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and then so to top, and this became a common theme. It started with Star Wars, but then became a common theme that every time they would show a movie trailer, every time they would talk about a new movie, then they would just bring out the entire
all the actors,
cast,
the whole entire staff.
Cast. Yeah, so it just brought out the entire kind of we'll say the main actors.
The main actors, yeah.
So it brought out the entire cast of everyone in Star Wars.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Unbelievable.
It was so cool, and that was just the start, guys, because it just continued on from there with Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel was the next lineup.
Yeah, and we found out that there will be another Black Panther.
Yep, Black Panther 2, but they're not releasing the actual name.
Yep. Just calling it Black Panther 2,
yep.
Which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
But that was exciting. What else do we have in Marvel? Do you remember what was next?
It's crazy. Black Widow, they had Black Widow.
Oh, Black Widow, guys! The trailer for Black Widow looks absolutely amazing.
And
awesome.
The cast couldn't be there specifically for that one, but they did do a pre-recorded thing.
Yeah.
So that at least they were showing.
Yeah.
Making an attempt to be there. Mm-hmm. Just on camera. It was just.
And that awesome. that was awesome. And what else was there for Marvel? I'm just trying to remember if there was anything else that I missed.
Black Widow was the big one, the Eternals.
Ah, the Eternals,
and they brought all them out.
The entire cast of the Eternals, and this included, thank you. And this included huge actors, guys. Angelina Jolie on stage.
She came in. Oh my goodness.
Angelina Jolie and gosh, who else is in it? I can't even remember the names of everyone because there's so many people. But
There
yes,
was that whole panel
everybody.
of Eternals. Every single Eternal went. And
every single one of them.
so the whole panel was probably like, I don't know, 10 or 12 people
10 or 12,
there.
yeah, 10 or 12 people, all from
Because they had the
all from the
directors
Eternals,
and
yeah.
everything.
And it was incredible to see all of these people on one stage, and it was awesome. It kept going on and on and on, and then we got into live action for Walt Disney Studios and seeing Maleficent, talking about the new Maleficent. And again, Angelina Jolie coming back out on stage and talking about the movie was amazing.
Yeah, it's.
And guys,
It was just. I was in shock of how many people showed up for this.
Yeah,
All the she's your top of the line A actor.
Yeah,
And she came to this event.
yeah.
It came out twice. Both her movies coming out. I mean, that's huge. That's huge.
Yeah, that was huge. And guys, I was really leery before about this next movie that I'm going to talk about, but after the experience today, I am so excited for it, and that is Jungle Cruise.
Yes,
Guys,
that was ridiculous.
The Rock came out on a Jungle Cruise.
He came out on a boat.
On a boat through the crowd. The Rock comes out, runs right by us, just high-fiving everybody.
The energy in there just went through the roof. That dude is
he's
hands down one of the funniest guys.
Yeah.
And just awesome.
Yes,
Awesome guy.
so seeing The Rock, and then, if that isn't good enough.
Oh yeah, so he does a whole trailer.
Yeah, he does.
Okay?
Yeah, that was funny.
He does a trailer.
Yeah. And the trailer is
it's
all
very about him.
Yeah, the trailer is like all of his scenes from the movie, like almost like the movie is just circled around him, and that there's no co-star in the movie. And after they play that trailer, then
Emily Blunt
just comes out on a car.
Yeah.
Comes driving out like, wait a minute, I'm in this movie too.
Yeah, I saw my name, but it was really little compared to your name.
Yeah. And so Emily Blunt does her whole thing, which was really hilarious too. She's actually very funny.
She's wicked funny.
Yeah,
wicked funny. So she
actually
does her own trailer.
I mean, if you think about it, if you're doing something with Dwayne Johnson, you better be funny.
Oh, absolutely.
You better be able to keep up with what he can do. And she was right there with him. I mean, she didn't miss a step with him. She was like right there. It was really, really incredible. And that movie, guys, seeing more in-depth clips and just hearing them talk about it, hearing The Rock talk about how much how much that ride means to him and his family, and talking about how he's trying to preserve that memory that we have of that ride, and to do it justice means a lot to him. Yeah, that was really cool. Yep. And it got me. A lot of the
older movies like Indiana Jones, and he rattled off a bunch of other ones. It is what inspired kind of his whole view of his character.
Yeah, and it looks great. It is. At first, I thought it was going to be another one of those corny movies, but when the director's talking about it, he's saying, think about this as Pirates of the Caribbean. We're bringing Pirates of the Caribbean to life. Just the same way we brought Pirates of the Caribbean to life, we're going to bring Jungle Cruise to life, and the story looks incredible.
It was amazing.
Yeah, so excited for that.
They came out in such fashion, though.
Yes.
Just coming out on the boat, and she actually came out in like an old car.
She did.
Like a 50s.
Yeah. And I already was excited for Mulan, right?
Yep.
Mulan was going to be great. Can't wait for it. After seeing the clip that we watched of Mulan, which is like an 8-minute clip of the movie, was amazing.
Mint.
Amazing. Yeah. The actors are amazing. It's going to be so good. And yeah, can't wait for that. And it's hard because we couldn't have our phones. We couldn't have anything. I don't have anything to write anything down, so I don't have the details of.
So much happened that
so much in a short period of time, and it just kept getting crazier and crazier.
Every single panel was like, "What is happening?"
So next we went to Pixar, I believe, was next, and Pixar. So a couple new original Pixar movies that were coming out. One is called Soul. Soul was an interesting one.
Yeah, very interesting.
A very interesting story behind Soul. Basically, the premise, guys, of Soul is it's about the question about where we come from and all of that, and and the idea was that this is the place where you are before you're sent to Earth, where you learn the traits or the kind of what makes up your personality.
Right.
Really bizarre.
Yeah, it's like a school. They go to school on how to become who you're supposed to be when you
really
born, I guess.
really bizarre. But the cast of that movie,
wicked good.
like, oh my gosh, do you remember the cast?
No.
You don't remember the
No.
cast of Soul?
No. There were just so many people.
So the cast of Soul, leading the cast, coming out on stage, Jamie Foxx.
Oh yeah.
Jamie Foxx coming on stage
With his phone out,
filming. Yeah, like totally trying to steal the show. And the whole rest of the cast. And I couldn't write stuff down, so I don't even have it right here to say. But so many great actors that were a part of that film as well.
Yeah.
So, but the one that I'm excited for was not Soul, but the other new original film,
Onward.
And Onward looks amazing.
And the first time I actually saw that trailer, I was like, that could be all right.
This was extended, right? We saw way more.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh yeah.
We saw way more.
What you see for a trailer that's out there right now, is nothing compared to what you actually, or what we saw.
Yeah. The whole.
I didn't even know who the actors were in it, the voiceovers.
No, you have no idea. When we watched the trailer, we had no idea who these were. At least I didn't. And maybe it was already known who these people were. But right away, after I knew that I was listening back, I'm like, yeah, it makes sense.
Oh, absolutely.
Guys leading the cast, Tom Holland and Chris Pratt.
And they came out.
And Julia Louis-Dreyfus playing their mother.
Yep.
And all three of them come out on stage and talk about the movie. Chris Pratt, Tom Holland, absolutely hilarious together.
Completely crushed it.
Yeah. And what was really funny was that they wanted to watch the clip because they had not seen the clip yet that they were showing.
Yeah, they don't get to see the product as it goes. They just go in, they do their voiceovers.
Yeah.
In their little boxes, and they don't
Let's
actually
stop
get
over
to
here
see.
for a second. Let them pass. And like I said, guys, I had not seen this yet, or they had not seen it either. So it was really cool. Really cool. Is that again? I had moved up and I was sitting like right in the fifth row. Chris Pratt and Tom Holland come down and sit right in front of me.
Well, I remember seeing him. He looked over at the director. Was like,
we want to
sit
go
right
down
there?
and sit down.
Yeah.
So they
He was
just
like,
came down and sat right in front of me to watch the clip of their movie. It was like, oh yeah, this is nothing. It was incredible. It was so cool to see all of that. And man, I again, all this just trying to recall off the top of my head. Oh, sorry guys. I've been talking. I'm not paying attention to chat because I'm just trying to get as much information to you as I can. But let me see. We got a super chat, and I missed it. Where is?
Let's see if I can pull it from my phone.
I can't see it from here. I had to wait till we get to where I can see a little bit better. But thank you so much for whoever super chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the super chat. We got to finish because it got better. It ended, guys, in the most amazing way. Was that it? It were those two. I know there's stuff we're missing, but it was those two. And maybe there was the new animated film.
The actual animated film.
What was it? It was her name.
Yeah.
It was her name. I can't remember the name of it now. Raya. That looks amazing.
Raya the Last Dragon.
Yes, that looks like a lot of fun too.
It's like another kind of, they said Southeast Asian.
Noah said it was Fantasmic Gears $1.99 show of the Star Wars poster. We are going to show the Star Wars poster in just a minute. We're almost to the hotel where we can. We're good. Yeah, where we can go inside and then take it out. I don't want. It's kind of windy out here too, and I don't want this stuff to blow. But yeah, we got some incredible posters.
And there's traffic.
Yeah, there's traffic too. We're playing Frogger again.
You don't want to see us hit on camera live.
But let's just talk about how this thing ended, right? So, of course, they're not going to have this thing and not start talking about
big one.
Frozen 2, right?
Big one in November.
It's not only is it probably one of the biggest, but it is the one that's coming out the soonest.
Yep.
So we start talking about Frozen 2, of course, bringing out the directors of the movie. Talking a lot about the music of the movie, because the music is Well, we know it was incredible.
Oh yeah, and I mean, you got to compete now with the first Frozen.
Yeah.
And the amazing scores that came out on that one.
Mm-hmm. So start talking about the music. Start talking about the movie. 2 new actors in this movie, and darn if I'm going to forget their name. They're not newer actors. They're just new to this
the
movie.
One that played the Black Panther.
Yep, the one that was in Black Panther. No, for this one.
Yeah, wasn't that him?
He was in Black Panther. I don't remember now. Gosh, there's so much, guys. But anyway,
I thought it was the lead actor in Black Panther.
Maybe it was.
He's that lieutenant guy.
Oh, yeah,
that's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
So they announced the two new actors, and then they bring out the cast, guys. So they bring out, and this was like the surprise at the very end of the whole thing. They bring out Idina Menzel, Kristen Bell, Josh Gad, and then I forget.
Yeah, I forget Hans's name. Not Hans.
Not Hans. Gosh,
Jeepers, girl.
We're having a hard time here now. Too many things
Mine
to
is
remember.
just boggled right now with what we just saw.
They bring out the entire cast, guys, and they sing a new song from the movie.
Well, they come out singing.
They came out singing and sang the entire song, and it was awesome. Their voices were amazing, and
just to do it all, I mean, literally walking out singing. They all had their own parts in it.
Yeah, it was like we were watching the movie.
Yeah.
Because they were in character.
Yep.
They were in character.
Like they're showing clips in the background of different parts of the new movie.
I mean, because Josh Gad was singing in the voice of
Frozen.
He was. I mean, it was.
And the other guy was doing Sven.
Yeah, he was singing the voice of Sven. I mean, it was like we were watching the movie. It was pretty amazing to see all that. And again, the whole time you're like, in these 2 hours, your mind is like, it's from one thing to another. If there was no like dead time, it was just like bang, bang, bang. And I told Shep, actually I was sitting next to June from Diz Life of Ours, and he and I just kept looking at each other like shaking our heads. And I know there was at least a couple times that I looked over at June, and June and I both were crying.
Yeah.
Like, it's so weird. June and I
it was hard to keep in because the stuff that just kept coming out was...
The way they do the clips in these movies, they're showing these really powerful clips and moments in the movies, which are unbelievable.
That whole opening scene,
yeah.
Like, to open the whole show,
yeah,
they basically just did clips of like everything from the beginning.
Yeah, it was so cool.
Yeah, I mean,
and I know, guys, we're like kind of like all over the place because there's just so many different things that happen, and I wish that I could have taken notes on my phone, but they wouldn't even let us have the phone, so I wasn't able to do any of that. But Sterling Brown and Rachel, Evan Rachel Wood.
Yes.
So that was a new one, yeah. Yep, Jonathan Groff, that's the other one. Yeah, amazing, guys. Their voices are so amazing.
Yeah, they did an amazing job.
So much. So I told this to June, and I told this to Shep too. Like, there is no question for me that I will be back at another D23 here in 2 years. I mean,
it was worth every penny.
That one panel for those 2 hours worth absolutely every penny that it would take to come out here and be part of this. It takes a little bit to get into it. You gotta play your cards right.
And we were sitting there from like 5:30 this morning.
But I mean, I felt like I was like part of some like elite group that was premiering this stuff as part of like the Walt Disney Company.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
all the big wigs.
We're sitting there with the chief creative officer for all of these different studios. We're sitting right there with us. Yep. And I'm like again, right before I sat down, I shook hands and talked to Tony Baxter, who's sitting in his seat was 15 rows behind mine. So you got Disney legend Tony Baxter sitting 15 rows behind me from the stage. How incredible is crazy. That? You just feel totally immersed and part of the whole thing. Just
the whole atmosphere, the lighting, and while they're doing the song, it's kind of a spring setting, spring background while they're singing, and from the ceiling drops leaves.
Yeah, it starts dropping leaves everywhere.
Millions and millions and millions of leaves, and just dropping on the crowd. The whole crowd, 7,000 people in there, going crazy.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you that Mark Holland.
Everyone loved Tom Holland.
Or Tom Holland, sorry. That kid.
They went crazy for him.
That kid has it made, guys. Tom Holland being able to, Tony Baxter, Avery. So Tony Baxter is a Disney legend and one of the guys that I wanted to meet for a long time. And Tony Baxter has been a part of a lot of, are we going to the parks panel? Yes, we are. Tony Baxter has done a lot of stuff, including Disneyland Paris. But one of the things he's really well known for is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. That is Tony Baxter's project. So, very, very, very cool to get to talk to him for a bit because he was a really down to earth, cool guy. He's like, I've been talking so much, I'm losing my voice.
And these guys they just roam.
Yeah,
they just roam around freely, and you can just walk up to them, say, hey, how you doing? And they are like so genuinely nice, and you know, feel like they want to just give you a quick couple minutes to converse. It's crazy.
Disney dude said I'm gonna get kicked out to get a selfie with Chris Pratt and Tom Holland.
They'd probably they'd be fine.
Like I'm telling you guys, who remembers when Chris Pratt was like the biggest star in Hollywood? Probably wasn't that long ago, right?
A couple years ago.
And now Tom Holland, you bring the two of them on stage, Tom Holland outshines Chris Pratt. People were losing their minds over him. It's like
everyone's like, bring back Spider-Man.
Yeah. I mean, it's like it's hilarious. It's just amazing. So cool, guys. And I know I'm sorry this is like not an in-depth, very planned out review. This is just our initial reaction.
Yeah, it's
just
hard.
completely.
It's so hard because we didn't have anything to take notes.
No, which I kind of
didn't even want to take notes because you don't want to miss what's going on.
Which I love the fact that we couldn't bring our cameras into this one because I just got to sit there and enjoy this and enjoy it with the people around me. Like I split off from Shep because, like I said, I kind of went and found my way to a different spot.
You may or may not have cheated.
Me and June may or may not have crept around into a super amazing spot.
I hung back with the gear.
But experiencing that with June too. I mean, him and I were kind of like talking a lot and reacting to these things together. I mean, it's like I'm trying to think of some of the other actresses that were part of the big panel that came out. Because we had some really, really big stars.
Yeah, we said Emily Blunt. She was out.
Yeah,
and she just did.
I'm sure there's a list
Mary
out
Poppins.
there somewhere now of everybody. Yeah. It was so funny to listen to Emily Blunt and The Rock go back and forth.
Oh,
and
it's
he's
perfect.
like, and he goes, hey, let's not forget, because they're trying to, outdo each other. And he's like, let's not forget the last time I was here, I was playing a demigod. and she goes, yeah,
wasn't that a cartoon?
She goes, wasn't that a cartoon? She goes, the last time I was here, I was Mary Poppins.
The banter back and forth was awesome.
It was amazing. Let's see the posters. So they then announced after all the Star Wars stuff that we would be getting the newly released, just released. Here it is, the new Star Wars poster. You can leave it in there so it don't mess anything up. And there it is. And these posters are thick, guys. Look, you can see the face. It's kind of hard with the shiny.
Like the face right here.
But there it is, the new poster. And when we grabbed these, because some of the posters are embossed, this was really heavy. And I'm like, wait a minute, there's 3 in there. Look at these other awesome posters. The second one is my favorite. And it's the new Frozen 2 poster. And this thing, guys, is, you don't have to pull all the way out. It's all embossed. So these trees are actually like sticking off the poster. It's amazing. Let me turn around and show. Like you can see from here. Yeah, look, you can see how it's like embossed. Totally amazing. And the posters, and then the new poster for Onward, which, guys, I'm so excited. And look how cool that is. It's like completely risen and glossy right there.
You can see again on the back that it's embossed like that too.
Yeah, that's really cool. And this is going to be such a cool film. Onwards is going to be, it's going to be amazing.
Well, what they tell you is the director actually said it's kind of based on his whole life.
Yeah.
Like he grew up without a father.
Yep.
And this whole story is the main character Ian. Ian. And What was the brother's name?
I don't remember.
Baxter or something.
It was Chris Pratt is Baxter, right? And Ian is Colin.
Yeah. And the whole story is that they lost their father, and I don't know. We don't want to give you too many details. Well, I guess it's all going to come out in the trailer anyway. But they lose their father, and it's the whole world is basically like a fantasy world in today's
almost
kind of environment.
almost like troll-like.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like today's environment with fantasy creatures, and so they're elves, and through magic, they find out that they can bring their father back for one day.
Yep, they can bring their father back for one day.
A special crystal.
Like he left behind this crystal with this staff.
Yeah.
And with a spell that they could use to bring him back for one day.
For one day.
And so you want me to finish?
Go ahead.
So they do the spell, and I mean, I'm assuming most of this will happen in the trailer, because we weren't watching the trailer. We were like watching a clip of the movie.
I know, that's true.
So if you don't want to know, stop watching.
Yeah, they showed us an 8-minute clip.
But they tried the spell, and the brother does, and it half works. Something messes up when they're doing the spell, and they end up only bringing back their father from the waist down. Yeah. So it's just legs, but the legs, they figure out really quickly that they can communicate with his legs by like tapping his foot, and then he tapping their foot back, and realizing that that's who he was talking to was them, because he couldn't hear them or see them. And I know this sounds totally crazy. All these movies sound crazy when you talk about them out loud.
When you watch it,
it's totally normal. This is a guy with the legs walking around.
With no legs. I mean, with no upper body.
No upper body, just legs walking around. And but it's really cool, because so what they do is they find out now that they need to go find this new crystal, so then they can finish the spell and actually bring their dad back for a day.
They only have 24 hours.
Yeah, they only have 24 hours to do it. So basically, they go off looking for it, but they need to bring their dad with them. So they make this like upper body thing that looks like Winkin' and Uncle Bernie's.
Yes, it was.
Like this just totally slumped over like
Jello,
upper body.
this Jello figure.
And you know that it's just going to continue to be hilarious as it goes through all the different magic things they encounter and stuff.
They're going on a quest.
And the voices with the two of them, it's going to be great. So I'm really, really looking forward to that one.
The two of them together are like, they're perfect, because they've already worked together.
And
so putting them together was like second nature.
Yeah, the posters are free to everyone who was in there. Now, we heard that one side had ran out, so there's 7,000 people in there. So you guys are just pulling my leg.
We ran to the other side. Actually, that's a good point. These posters are not going to go into luggage. We're going to have to ship them.
Yeah, because you can't roll them.
But neither of us have bags big enough for these.
Yeah, and you can't
roll these.
You can't roll those.
Yeah, they're embossed, and so we'll be shipping them home.
So yeah, guys, looks incredible. So many awesome things to look forward to, and what an incredible panel. Hopefully, there's going to be clips of that panel. I don't know if it was even streamed. I don't think it was streamed. There's no way they were streaming that. But yeah, go check out all the details for these new movies. Yeah. And Jungle Cruise, I'm so excited about. I mean, this is going to be so much different than most people think it's going to be. It's going to end up being an incredible film that I think everyone's going to love.
Backside of Water.
The Backside of Water was hilarious. It was so funny.
The clips, you can't even explain how awesome the clips were. It was just hilarious. It was so good.
Yep. I don't know what else to say. That's it. Like I said, guys, there's a lot of detail there that we didn't have a lot. Just joined What's the Marvel panel. I don't know if they may be having a separate Marvel panel to go into some details about stuff, but Marvel was part of the announcements here.
Yeah.
This was like an all-encompassing studios panel.
I don't think they're going to get much better than what they did.
No.
What they showed us already, so...
But again, if you're just joining us, go back and watch this on the replay. We've got to get back to our next reservation. We're going to be going in to the music of Aladdin and learning a lot more about the music of Aladdin. So many awesome things to learn there. And we'll be back out on the showroom floor here pretty soon too. Back on the expo floor doing who knows what. There's so many
so much
things.
stuff
We
to
still
do.
haven't even had a chance to get over and check out the parks area of the expo floor to all the new Epcot stuff. Yesterday we didn't get the opportunity, and there's vlogs coming, guys. We filmed all day yesterday, all day, and we're up very early, up late, and then had to be about up at 4:15, 4:45 this morning. So yeah, a lot of things going on and only very little sleep, so not a lot of time to really get everything edited out. So it will be coming out eventually. If you guys hadn't heard, those of you who are here, yesterday had an incredible opportunity to interview Bob Gurr.
That was amazing.
Disney legend, the last living original Imagineer. Bob Gurr, guys, we would not have
Funniest guy.
We would not have monorails today if it wasn't for Bob Gurr. Bob Gurr is truly incredible and such an amazing Disney legend, and it was so cool to get the chance to actually talk to him on camera. And yes, it was a hilarious experience, and you guys are gonna love seeing that because it's funny.
The stuff he comes up with and what he says is amazing.
I was
so
not
sharp.
prepared for it, guys, because he has this, like, when you walk up to him, he's an 88-year-old man.
Yeah.
An 88-year-old man that, you know, he looks great for his age.
Sharp as a tack.
But I did not expect him to be as sharp as he was. And I mean, again, we got to talk to him for probably like 2 minutes, a 2-minute quick, like, impromptu interview that he agreed to, and it was really just me trying to ask him one question, but he wouldn't let me ask the question without giving me a hard time first.
And at first, like, how long?
Yeah, he's like, how long is this going to be? And I was like, you know, just, I don't know, a
couple seconds,
few seconds, and he's like, oh, okay. And
it just went and went.
Yeah, there was a crowd that gathered to watch this because he was giving me such a hard time. It was hilarious.
It was good.
So definitely check that out. That'll be in the first vlog for day one, which we got to make time for. But it is just one thing after another, and we're gonna go now. We're gonna go and continue on. I'm sure there's a lot of more details out there if you want to find out more about everything that happened in this panel as it gets released. But incredible, worth the trip out for this one thing alone. And yesterday was amazing. We still got so much more. We got parks tomorrow, guys. We'll do the same, try to do the same thing tomorrow for parks and resorts. We'll jump on right after that panel and talk about everything. Yeah, it's been incredible. I think there was there another super chat there that I missed? Yeah, it was from Expedition Greg.
Oh, Greg,
that says
what's
the
up?
movie panel was incredible for $2. Yes, thank you so much for that $2 super chat. And anyone else who super chat that I missed, I'm sorry. There's usually a button here where I can see the previous super chats, but that is that's not on here. Oh wait, no, here it is.
Recent events. There you go.
No, that's not gonna give me either. Notifications center. Ooh, found it.
Found it.
So Expedition Greg, $2 super chat, said the movie was incredible. Thank you so much. Phantasmic Ears with the $1.99. Thank you so much for that. And thank you to Fernando, Joe, Michelle, Mag. Thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. And whoa, I really put something crazy up on the screen there. Recent events. There we go. But thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. We will see you soon. So make sure you have those notification bells turned on, and
wait for the next reaction.
And wait for the next reaction. It'll be just as unorganized and like all over the place as this one. So don't expect anything more.
It's so crazy, like how emotional it is. Just like seeing all this stuff, like it's crazy.
Mm-hmm. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for jumping in. Pete McDevitt, $1.99.
Oh, you're the man.
You're gonna need medication to sleep tonight. Yeah, it's kind of like
I don't think we need it.
It's like Disney overload. It is really Disney overload.
I was smoked by the end of the day yesterday.
Yeah. And then we ate a bunch of Korean barbecue.
That didn't help.
It was amazing.
It was so good.
Yep.
So good.
Thank you guys so much. Have an incredible super chat. Marshmallow Man said, I think we got that one. That was Pete McDevitt. Thank you, Marshmallow Man.
Thanks, Pete.
All right, guys.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.